I look funner than the fun fact that's 51 that I'm going to be saying again and again and again as many times as I have to. Trump heads go away. I don't know how many times I have to say it that if you voted for Trump, still believe in Trump, go away. Because, and that's me putting it politely, honestly. I can't believe all this stuff that's happening that people are just letting happen. There's been so many things that are so wrong and actually hurtful to majority of Americans and sometimes all Americans. If you're sharing information that should be on a secure server on a public platform before something happens. I mean, it's not funny. It's not funny. I actually had one friend on a social platform bashing another friend for posting something about how Felon 47 is a felon. He's a convicted criminal. And how Elon Musk is telling people they need to go back to their home countries. People are like, well, why don't you go back to yours? It's like, it's ridiculous. It's not funny. But when one old friend was bashing another old friend, um, on a social media platform, because they just said, here's the newspaper articles, here's the front pages of him being a convicted criminal and the things that he's done, and not even all the things that I mean, there's so many things that he's done that he needs to be accountable for, and that somebody needs to say um, he needs to go to jail and he needs to be convicted of these crimes. Um, yeah, these are just ones that he's actually been convicted of, crimes that he did and was convicted of. And he was showing the newspapers articles of these things in a post, and another friend said, this just shows how much of an idiot you are. Or I didn't think you were this much of an idiot. And I'm like, where have you been? Why are you calling him an idiot? I don't even understand that. And I said, well, I'll say it again. If you believe in Trump, if you voted for him, if you still believe in Trump, if you're standing by all the lies and all the craziness and all the hurtfulness, go away. And really, what I want to say is go to hell. That's my biggest curse for anybody, is to go to hell. Because I know people who are dead right now. I know I have friends who have lost family members because of Felon 47. And I keep saying he should be brought up on murder charges because of the things that he said, that he's done, that he's executive ordered without approval, without anybody. This is America. We all have a say. This is our country. It is not his country. This is our country. And he can't just break the law with an executive order or mandate something without approval. That's why we have checks and balances. That's why he's trying to get rid of the checks and balances. That's why I think Elon Musk helped him win the election, not just by giving him money, but skewing the data for the votes. I think he did. I think that's how Trump won. I don't think anybody in their right mind would have gone back to Trump. And if they did, and if more people joined them, I would be fucking surprised. Excuse my French. But yeah, because if you can't see the truth when it's in front of your face, you did not know this man in the 70s when he was a con man then and a misogynistic pig. Unless you are a misogynistic, narcissistic pig too, and you think if Trump can rule the world, then so can I. If Trump can do whatever he wants, so can I. That's what I want the world to be, is all us white men can do whatever the fuck we want and everybody can just deal with it. If you're really that person, you really need to go and go away. I'm so tired of Trump heads and losing good people who are dying because of this man. He's a murderer. So I'm really proud of the courts for standing up to him, but I'm kind of done with everybody who is still standing by him and the people who voted for him and went, I regret my vote. You don't regret it more than the people who have died because of this man now. You're still alive. Maybe if you would have done your research or woken up or checked anything else out besides what you wanted to hear that fed your narrative of the world, then maybe we wouldn't be in this situation. But maybe we would have been anyway because Elon Musk would have made it sure that this is what happened. They're awful, awful people. And sociopaths even. And I've talked about sociopaths before, that there are no redeeming qualities there. So that's how I feel about that. And I hate to bring up such a dark and awful subject and such negativity when, and I've done a few negative posts recently because I think a lot of people just don't understand what the truth of things are. They don't understand that, yes, this can help you and it can hurt you. How can you not know that? How you cannot know that, like, in every situation? It's like falling in love. Falling in love is a great feeling. Have a relationship with somebody you believe loves you is a great feeling. But if they're not who they say they are, or they're just using you, then it becomes the worst feeling. So many things can save you or kill you. And sometimes they're the same thing. So you really need to make sure that what you're choosing is true. Ciao, Bellas.